What's up, everybody? I hope you're great. Hope you're having a great day. Um, Today, welcome to another video. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, and the support really helps. And also, please like the video if you like the content, and then please push that notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. I apologize for posting this video late because I should have posted yesterday. But I got a little caught up with a few things. Obviously, I want to talk about the game on Monday, the first Monday night football of the season between Liverpool and Crystal Palace. I obviously said I'm gonna basically give my feedback on that game yesterday, but I didn't do it. I apologize for that. But anyways, thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for watching the video. But basically, I want to talk about the Liverpool result against Crystal Palace on Monday. Obviously, it ended up being 1-1. I thought Liverpool were going to win 3-0. The game was at Anfield, and the crowd obviously was raucous. Anfield is always a great stadium to play in. The crowd is always up for the game, especially under lights at Anfield. So obviously, I thought it was going to be a great game of football. As I've said in my previous videos, I know the quality that Crystal Palace have, and I rate Crystal Palace as a team. As I've mentioned this before, many times before, Crystal Palace beat Manchester City last season, the champions, at the Etihad. So they beat the champions on their own patch, and then Manchester City could not beat Crystal Palace when they played them at Selhurst Park. So Crystal Palace are no mugs, especially when they play against the big teams. They know what they're doing, and Patrick Vieira is really a great coach, and he knows how to find schemes that are basically going to be effective against the top teams. But I didn't expect that Liverpool were going to struggle to beat Crystal Palace simply because of their first result of the season, drawing against Fulham. I thought they would have been angry with that result, and they would have wanted to basically correct the wrongs that they did in that game against Fulham on the opening day of the season. But obviously they couldn't. They couldn't manage to do that, and they ended up drawing the game 1-1. Crystal Palace actually played quite well, and there's quite a few. Many people would agree with me in saying that Crystal Palace deserved more than the least that they deserved from that game was a draw, simply because of the amount of chances that they created. Yes, Liverpool dominated possession. Yes, Liverpool had more passes. Yes, Liverpool had a higher expected goals ratio. But when you actually look at the big chances created in the game, Crystal Palace created a lot of goal scoring opportunities. And on another day, if Wilfried Zaha was basically on it throughout the night, and his quality was there, basically Crystal Palace could have won that game easily, simply because of the amount of chances that they created. If they took their chances, they would have won the game. And Liverpool, apart from the chance that Luis Diaz scored, which he created out of nothing, it was a great goal from him. They didn't really create they didn't create enough big chances in the game, and therefore you cannot really say they deserve to win the game. But obviously Liverpool are struggling at the moment with regards to their injuries as well, because Thiago is injured, Jota is injured, Matip is injured, and Joe Gomez, I think, is not fully fit. So they're struggling a little bit with injuries at the moment. But I still think I was still surprised with regards to their result, simply because of the team that they feel that was on the pitch, because they still had Virgil van Dijk on the pitch, Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Salah, Luis Diaz, and Darwin Núñez. So I was surprised with regards to that result. It really shocked me. Even though I rate Crystal Palace, I just simply did not expect that Liverpool were going to struggle to beat them. And speaking about Darwin Núñez, stupid moment from him. He cost his team basically in that game, simply because Liverpool had to then play with 10 men for 25 minutes of the game, or even more. I don't quite remember when he actually got the red card. Obviously, he didn't play well in the game. He was a little bit off it. And the defender, Joachim Anderson, the Crystal Palace defender, was he stayed tight. He stayed tight to Darwin Núñez. He kept pushing him. He kept irritating him. And then Darwin Núñez basically got irritated, which he shouldn't have done. You shouldn't do that at the top level, because the majority of defenders are going to try and do that. They're going to try and irritate you. They're going to try and push you. They're going to try and provoke you. But you should never bite. This guy, Darwin Núñez, bit. And then he tried to headbutt Joachim Anderson. Yes, you can say it was not malicious. It wasn't like the Zidane headbutt at the 2006 World Cup, I think, whereby he basically, it was like, it was a legit headbutt, but still, you cannot be kind of pushing your head into someone's face. Like, you can't do that, especially nowadays because there's VAR. Like, the refs are going to look at that, and it's always going to be deemed as violent conduct, and you're always going to get a red card for that situation. So really stupid moment from him, because not only did he cost his team against Crystal Palace by basically because his decision resulted in his team playing with 10 men for like 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. He also cost his team in the long run because he's going to be banned for 3 games. Because when you get a straight red card from the ref, you're going to get banned for 3 games. And Liverpool are struggling with injuries. They have an injury to Jota. They have an injury to Firmino. Therefore, they don't have another player, unless Firmino obviously comes back for the Man United game next week. They don't have another recognized natural replacement for that attacking position. So really stupid moment from Darwin Núñez there. And obviously, he's going to learn from it, but really, like, it was ill discipline from him, and I'm sure Klopp would have had something to say about that. I'm sure he would have already had a private conversation with him with regards to his stupid decision that he made in the game. And I'm pretty sure he's going to improve upon that with regards to his discipline and stuff, because that's not what you want to see from your player. Also, like, people talking about, obviously the performance from Liverpool wasn't great. As I said, Crystal Palace, many feel that they deserve to win that game simply because of the big chances that they created. They created enough clear-cut opportunities in that game to win the game on another day. Obviously, they didn't win the game, but they created enough clear-cut opportunities to be able to win the game. A lot of people are already asking the question, is the title race over, simply because Manchester City have won both their opening games. They have a 4-point lead on Liverpool because they have 6 points from 6, and Liverpool only have 2 points from 6. So they've dropped 4 points already. But I think it's still too soon to say that the title race is over. But obviously, you never know what might happen in the end. Like, Manchester City might win the title by 2 points at the end of the season, and Liverpool might basically be 2 points off Manchester City, and Liverpool fans and Klopp are going to think about the first 2 games of the season when really they should have won against Fulham. Fulham on any given day should not be basically dominating Liverpool. They should not be creating they could create clear-cut opportunities against Liverpool simply because of the way Liverpool play in terms of playing with the high line and all of that. But Liverpool should not struggle to beat Fulham. Yes, they've just been promoted. Yes, the crowd is bouncing, but Liverpool should not be struggling to beat Fulham. Yet they did struggle to beat Fulham, and they were actually lucky not to lose the game. Same thing with Crystal Palace, especially playing at Anfield. So yes, I think I'm also saying that you can't say the title race is over, because there's still 36 games to go. You don't know what's going to happen. There's 36 game weeks to go. You don't know what's going to happen in these 36 game weeks that we still have. Basically, you still have left in the season. The season is going to end in May next year. We're still in August. So you can't just say the title race is over, because Manchester City might suffer major injuries to their players in the World Cup, and therefore that's going to affect the rest of the season. So you can't say the title race is over right now. But at the end of the season, the Liverpool players, the Liverpool coaching staff, the Liverpool fans could look at these 2 results as pivotal in their season, because they're really games that, when you, as a Liverpool fan, when you were looking at the calendar, you would say, okay, win on the opening day of the season, win on game week 2, simply because of the level of opposition that they were facing. But yeah, obviously Liverpool, they didn't play well, and they have a game against Man United next week. Obviously, Liverpool are not going to need any more motivation to basically be up for the game. It's Manchester United, it's a derby. Manchester United and Liverpool are bitter rivals. Going back to the 1900s, basically, they've always had a great rivalry. So, Klopp is not going to need to say anything to the Liverpool players in order to get them up for the game against Man United. Especially also that Man United are in a vulnerable position. So Liverpool will be looking at the game as an opportunity to bounce back, as an opportunity to score goals, as an opportunity to get 3 points on the board. So I think Obviously, it's going to be a great game of football for Liverpool, like between Liverpool and Manchester United. Man United are a shambles at the moment. I obviously did make a video about Man United, so I'm not going to go into detail with regards to them and their transfer policy and all of that stuff. So I think it's really an important game for Liverpool to win, just to get that first win of the season, because if they draw against Man United or if they lose, which I don't think is going to happen, because when you look at the performances of Manchester United against Brighton and Brentford respectively, I think like there's no way in hell that you can make an argument and say that Manchester United have a chance of beating Liverpool. Like, it doesn't matter if they're playing at home, because Old Trafford is no longer the fortress that it used to be when Sir Alex Ferguson was still coaching, and they still had players like Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, and all those top players, all those Premier League legends. They don't have that anymore. There's no aura about going to Old Trafford. Instead, teams are looking forward to going to Old Trafford because it's one of the easiest games that they're gonna get throughout the whole season. So I think Liverpool are going to be up for the game, and I can't make an argument for Manchester United to beat Liverpool or to even draw against Liverpool. So I think they're going to win. Obviously, I'm going to give my predictions on Friday when I'm previewing the games. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great game of football next week between Manchester United and Liverpool. Liverpool they basically had a poor start to the season because both their performances against Crystal Palace and Fulham were poor. But I expect them to bounce back. The title race is not over. It's still too soon to say. It's still too soon to be already making predictions about the title race because there's only 2 games. We are only 2 games into the season. So yeah, if you basically like the content, if you like if you like the points that I made in this video, please push the thumbs up button. And then also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. And then also, please push the notification bell so that you can get notified each time I post a new video. And then, yeah, so thank you for watching the video. And we'll basically see each other either tomorrow or on Friday because I will be previewing the games for the weekend. I think City are going to play Newcastle. Liverpool are going to play Man United, as I've already said. And then I'm not sure who Arsenal and who Tottenham and who Chelsea are playing. I'll obviously be talking about that on Friday. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao.